You got passion, you got value, and then uh how y'all doing? Look, so are you lost and need some sort of purpose or just God in your life? Look, I got you. If you're young, I got you because I'm young too. So I know how to like traverse this whole field of finding something to do or something. All right, so look, let's get into it. Okay, so for the first thing, I say list your current interests, like the things that you do right now, on paper. Now, I said on paper for a reason. All right, so look, you got your interests that you like to do, right? Like, let's say you like to skateboard, you like to watch anime, anything. Just write it down on paper because this is gonna help you a little bit later when you want to monetize your thing, which I wrote somewhere down here. If you're gonna find your purpose, it needs to be monetized because you need to make a living out of it. You can't just go through your life not making money, or else you just be homeless. And most people don't want to do that. So yeah, make sure you have current interests because these are the things that you're gonna be good at and things you can monetize right off the bat. But if you don't have any like real monetizable interests, then we're gonna go to the next one, which is right here. All right, let's go right into it. So get out there and try things. Now, most people, when I say this, they just think, well, I heard this a million times. Of course, I'm gonna go out there and try things. But no, like you really have to make an effort to actually try things. Like you can't just go out there and say, well, I'm gonna go to Walmart, to Target, and just call it a day. Like that's not trying something new. Like if you want to really try something new, even if you don't have a lot of money, you can still just do something new out of your day to make it better in some way and just make it different from the last. If every day is a little bit better, 1% better than the last, and you did one thing different, then like imagine after 100 days, you're 100% better and you're also 100 new things, or you tried 100 new things. Now imagine if you tried 100 new things. I'm sure that at least one of those things you're gonna enjoy in some way, and you can monetize that in some way and find a purpose out of that, and you can just and when you monetize that, you can use that money to help other people with the things that they're having troubles with. So let's say you like skateboarding and you want to make skateboarding videos. Well, if you're very good at skateboarding, make a YouTube channel or post your skateboarding videos and help people do ollies or something. Like you can, with monetization comes the ability to reach more people. Money makes you be able to reach more people, and reaching more people is what's gonna help you scale, because everything in life is about scaling. Just scaling. That's all you need to do. All right, let's go to the next one. Understand that anything can be done. Now, this is something that I really need to get across because I feel like people don't understand this one enough. So if you're not understanding that something can be done, like let's say you want to be a millionaire, right? And you don't think you can do that. Well, most people don't because it's such a unorthodox thing. Like only, I think 500,000 people in the world or in the US make about $1 million a year. And to most people, that sounds pretty unorthodox, but what you can do is if you just tell yourself that you can do it, then you can do it. Trust me, it's been done by 500,000 people in just this year alone. So if you just tell yourself, I can be a millionaire, or I can make a YouTube channel, or I can do this, I can do that, you will eventually start to believe it. Because after 100 times you telling yourself that, you still might be having doubts in yourself. But look, after 1,000, 10,000 times, you're gonna start to believe it no matter what. Like that's like telling yourself if you're super ugly and fat. I mean, you're eventually gonna turn super ugly and fat because you're gonna be like, well, there's no point in doing this if I'm already ugly and fat. So you're just gonna eventually get there. Like it's like the affirmations type thing, the law of attraction. If you ever heard about that, but just to another level. It's real. Like if you're telling yourself you can't do something, you'll never do it. I promise you. You have to understand that anything can be done because time and effort put together equals unlimited possibilities. It's just so great what you can do with time and effort. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, so this one is break out of your daily routine and comfort zone. Now this comes up to what I said about here, but you really have to stop doing the same thing. The reason why you might feel lost in life is because you don't have any sort of things that make you want to get out of bed and go chase after something. Now, let's say you wake up out of bed every single day and say, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure I get 1% better at this, get 1% closer to my goal, and every single day you feel like energized because you really want to do something. Most people do not feel like that. Most people get out of bed, roll over, I don't even want to look at the clock or something. I don't even want to do anything because like you have no reason to. But if you get out of your comfort zone and just say you want to, I don't know, go to the gym today, but you don't feel like it. If you just get out of your comfort zone and actually just go to the gym, you'll feel so much better when you get back because you're trying something new. And let's say you don't have a gym membership. You go get a gym membership and for the next year, you start working out and you look in the mirror after that, you take a progress picture and you're like, wow, I'm so glad I came this far because you really made progress. And progress always comes from getting out of your comfort zone. Anything out of your comfort zone will result in progress. So you just make sure you get out of that and jumpstart into the next thing because that's what's gonna really make yourself become a better person. All right, let's go on to the next one. Don't jump from thing to thing too fast. Now, when I say this, I mean, when you try something new, like when I said right here and here, you are probably not gonna be liking it as much as you did your other things. Why? Because you just started. You're gonna be bad at it. Like, let's say you start crocheting. I can't crochet at all. If I start doing that, I'm gonna be horrible at it, just horrible. So if I try doing that, I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't do this. Might as well just quit. No, don't quit. You might, unless you like have a just hate for it. Like if you have any sort of interest above a 4 out of 10 at it, then you're over time gonna start to get good at it. Even if you just, as long as you just don't hate it, like let's say schoolwork wasn't a necessary thing. I wouldn't want to wake up every day and be like, can't wait to go do my schoolwork. Like, no, that's not real. So if you just, as long as you have some sort of interest in it, then you're gonna eventually get good at it. You're just gonna be bad at the beginning, and you're probably not gonna like it as much as you will in a year because you have nowhere near the skills that you will in a year. As long as you stay consistent and just keep going, you're gonna eventually get good at anything. That results to anything in life. It's not just something that you're jumping over to. Just stay consistent, and as you go by, you'll just get so much better. So just don't jump from thing to thing too fast. Stay with it for a little bit, and yeah, that's all. All right, let's go on to the next thing. You need to find ways to monetize it, like I talked about in the beginning, but don't only focus on monetizing it. Now, what I say by this is when you're looking for a purpose or direction in life, you need to have something that you enjoy, right? But you need to also monetize it. Now, people put 90% of their purpose into money, but 10% into their passion. Like you need to have a decent mix. I'm not saying that to be 50-50. Like it can be 60% you like it and then 40% because of the money, but it can't just be 90% money or 90% passion. Like there's a whole like circle of things that you can do. So I know this is no space for here. Look, you got a circle, you got passion, you got value, and then okay, so I made this little chart right here, and I want to say some things about this. So I erased it, but the things about monetizing it, this is what the chart you need to look at when you're looking for your purpose. You need to look at something you're good at, paid for, the world needs, and you like. So like, let's say you like to, I don't know. I'm gonna make a chart and I'm gonna show y'all after I'm done. All right, so I finished it, and look, so for the thing I'm good at, let's say I'm good at speaking to people. Like I can get in front of a crowd and speak to a lot of people. So I'm good at speaking. I like to do video games. The world needs better players at video games, and I'm paid for coaching. Now this isn't really something that I could say I like to do, but this is just an example. So if you were to do this and take all these things together, what you would find out is that you can be a good video game coach, and you can have a big audience of people come together and watch your videos. It can be videos, or it can be in real life. It can just be anything, just any sort of video game counseling. This is just an example, but if you make a chart like this, I'm sure you'll find out something to do in terms of finding your purpose or direction. this is very helpful. So yeah, look at that. All right, so now we're back to this, and look, find a partner with similar interests. Now this means that you need to outsource with people in the same niche that you're looking at. So like, let's say you like skateboarding and you want to make a purpose off of skateboarding, right? You need to look for a partner that also skateboards, and two people. If you have an accountability partner to make sure that you're doing what you need to do to make sure you're monetizing your thing or staying consistent, that's gonna help you out a lot in the long run. Because if you have someone to like take accountability, your excuses like, oh, I don't want to do it today. If you actually say it out loud instead of keeping it in your head, it's gonna not make a lot of sense, because you're gonna be like, your accountability partner is gonna say, you don't want to go work out because you have a band-aid on your arm, and you're gonna be like, yeah, and then he's gonna fix that. He's gonna fix that problem. So just have a partner. So just have a partner. Yeah. Okay, this one, understand that interests can change. Now this one is something that people look over a lot and feel like, I feel like people do not look at this a lot. So look, 5 years from now, you're probably not gonna have the same interest unless you like really stick to something. But if you're just looking around for random things, you're probably not gonna have the same interest, because you're constantly looking for something new. Unless you find like that one thing, you're gonna be switching interests a lot. So one thing about this is people that feel stuck. Now, unless you're like really old, not like old like that, but you have like bills to pay and family to take care of, like you can change your interest or passions very quick. I know I said not to do this, but unless you're like deep into it, you shouldn't change. Like if you're after like a year of doing something, you just don't find any value in it, like, and you're just like, okay, after trying it out for a while, like you need to try it out for a while. Once you try it out for a while and you're like, okay, now this doesn't really fit me, I think I'm gonna change it. Like if you don't have any bills to pay or any people to take care of, like you have opportunities to do that, because you have a lot of time and money. Well, not money, but if you're young, you probably don't have as much money as you will when you're an adult, but you have a lot of time to switch around your interests. So just make sure you're actually switching around your interests as much as you can, to an extent. Like make sure you spend some time in it, then change it. So yeah, that's about it for this. All right, let's go into the last one and most important. Do what makes you happy. This is probably the most important out of all these, because I just feel like people need to really understand this. You have to do what makes you happy, or you will not just do it for a while. You won't do it for a while. But let's say your parents are making you want to be a doctor, all right? Okay, so 5 years go by and you're still in school, because that takes a long time to be in school. You're super depressed. You don't want to be in school, and like you look back at it and realize you don't want to be a doctor for the next 40 years of your life. So what you do, you tell yourself, I don't want to be a doctor anymore, and you just wasted 5 years of your life. And if this could have all been avoided by you just doing what makes you happy. Let's say instead of being a doctor, you want to be an artist. You go to art school, and after 4 years of it, 4 years of art school, you come out and you're making maybe not as much money as a doctor, but you're making a decent living and you're happy. That is way better than making a high living, but you're just miserable. So make sure you're doing what makes you happy, and if there's any hobbies on the side, don't do it to impress people. This is the big one. If you're impressing people, you're not impressing yourself. You're not gonna be self-content, and you're just, as time goes on, you're just gonna hate yourself for it. So just stick to the hobbies that you like and don't impress people. And don't go out buying things when you have enough money to do that, because impressing people is not the way to go. You're gonna waste your money. It's just not good. It's just don't show out. Like don't keep up with the don't keep up with the Johnsons, whatever that, however that. Oh my God. I'm really struggling here. I'm really struggling. All right, but just don't keep up with Johnsons, whatever quote that is. Just don't do that. Just do what makes you happy, and that's just about it. So I know this video's been pretty short. Actually, no, it hasn't. I think it's been pretty long. Yeah, it's been pretty long. But you know what? Thank you for sticking around with me. It's been Milo. I'm out. Peace.
Turn into a big boss. Now she see me getting rich, cause I'm about to take off. Yeah, my life is like a movie, this is only take one. Yeah, and I ain't got no time for no one with fake love. Where the love go? I don't know, but I need something that's for real.